Britten composed his War Requiem in 1961 and wrote it in this room at the studio at the Red House, and he completed it in December 1961. It concerns a subject very dear to his heart. He put at the inscription to the piece a quote from Wilfred Owen, whose poetry informs the basis of this work. "My subject is war and the pity of war. The poetry is in the pity, all a poet can do is warn." It was composed in memory of 4 friends of Britten and Piers who were killed or in other ways damaged by war: Roger Burney, Piers Dunkerley, David Gill and Michael Halliday. And like many memorial works of art, the War Requiem asks you to look back, but also to reflect on how much or how little has changed in terms of the act that this piece was memorialising. It's the 100th anniversary of the Armistice of World War I on the 11th of November 2018, which asks you to look back obviously over 100 years to reflect on what has happened in the intervening period. The piece is full of ambiguity, as much of Britten's music is, and that's symbolised principally by the interval of the augmented fourth. And that's an interval which is commonly used in music to symbolise a tension that needs to be resolved. Often it goes from here and resolves into a nice major chord. But the way Britten uses it doesn't really allow that kind of easy resolution. The augmented fourth appears all the way through the piece, and instead of resolving nicely into that kind of cadence, it falls from here to there. So it's a chromatic slide onto a chord rather than a full resolution. In the final movement of the piece, Let Us Sleep Now, in which the combined forces of this work, the huge forces of this work, finally join in together, may seem like a resolution, but it is constantly interrupted by this augmented fourth towards the end. The choir then begins with the augmented fourth and then finishes on that uneasy slide down onto F major. It seems, as Mervyn Cook has suggested, that what Britten is really saying is the eternal problems of war and peace are never truly resolved.